Welcome to the Wicker Bar. We're in our temporary digs, our remote location this evening. We're doing cooking tonight. I did make Rayo a little gin and tonic, and I'm having just a little bourbon this evening. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us here on the Wicker Bar. This evening for dinner, I'm doing some roasted green beans. I'm doing this dish that we've done before with the mushrooms and the white beans or cannellini beans or whatever you have. And then we are going to cook up. We had a couple of polenta cakes left over from the other night. And then we're going to make a little relish with some tomato and some basil, maybe a little sherry vinegar. And that is going to go over some salmon that we're going to cook on a cedar plank outside in the cold, dark dampness. And so I'm going to do this this mushroom white bean dish. We've done this before, and I can't even remember where we got the original recipe because it has a name. It's kind of like a cassoulet, but not really. So I got a little olive oil in the pan. We have some carrots, some shallots, and usually it doesn't call for red pepper, but whatever. We had a red pepper, so I'm throwing the red pepper in there. And then it has our mushrooms. We're going to let this is going to cook up a bit. And we do have, I know, curse the gods. I don't enjoy the pre-minced garlic as much as I like the Costco pesto. But, hey, that's what we have. So we got this going, and we're going to throw a little tomato paste in there. And then we have a little bit of red wine. We have some chicken stock. That's for later. And there is some fresh oregano that's growing outside. But we did pick up a little thyme. It'll be very, very tasty in there. I know the level of this is much more conducive for a short fellow such as myself. There we go. I'm going to give it about a tablespoon of tomato paste. I don't know what, not that much garlic, that ought to work. Remember, you always want to cook that tomato paste down and get the tomato paste in the tube. It's just the way to go. Unless you're making, something that requires a lot of tomato paste. La-da-da-da-da. There we go. We're going to throw our mushrooms in there. There you go. While the mushrooms cook, let me tell you a little story about when I was a young child on the banks of never mind. We'll be back. Rail's going to hit pause and let these mushrooms cook down a little bit, and we'll throw the rest of the ingredients in there, and we'll get moving along with this dinner here tonight. Happy Friday. Thank you from the Wicker Bar. Don't forget to hit ding, 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 subscribe, like, send me some comments. I need some subscribers. I'm getting there. I think I got about 70. Need about another 930. Come on, let's make that happen. Okay. I think we're there. Lighting's a lot different here. Okay, so our vegetables have cooked down. Our mushrooms are good. I'm going to add a little bit of red wine. Whatever you have. If you don't have red wine, that's fine. We're going to let that boil to get rid of the the strong taste of the alcohol, which is part of this cooking process. I'm sure there's a French name for it. Somebody will let me know. Right? Then, we're going to add our can of using white beans, because that's what we have here. I like the cannellini ones are a little bit bigger and a little bit firmer, but we don't have those here, so this is what we're using. Then I'm I'm just going to go ahead and stick in our oregano. Just a couple of stray oregano leaves there. And a couple of sprigs of thyme. We'll get those in there. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of this chicken stock. And I'm gonna wait on the salt and pepper, because the last couple of times I've done this, I've ended up way over salting. So there we go. We're gonna be done for a minute. I'm just gonna bring this up to a boil, then I'm gonna simmer it down, and then we're just gonna let the liquid reduce. We'll taste it, maybe a little bit more chicken stock. I don't think we need any more wine, but everything should be cool, and we'll be back. Thank you from the Wicker Bar remote location. Take it in, make relaxing. I got this light in my eyes. There we go. Relaxing, soothing. Okay, we'll be back. The Wicker Bar cooking dinner tonight. Okay, so here we go. So I'm making the topping for the salmon, and I've cut up. That's a half a red tomato and a half a yellow tomato. Then I have some basil here. That smells so good. You know the technique. You roll it up. God, none of these knives are really treating me good here tonight. They call it, that's chiffonade. Right. Ooh, that was my compost bowl earlier on. Got our tomato in there, and there is our basil. We're going to get a little salt on there, and a little olive oil. It's kind of like if you were making a, crostini, that little tomato topping. You put on a little toasted piece of French bread, and then I was going to put. Did I do this one already? No. A little bit of the sherry vinegar. Not too much. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we go. That is going to be, there's that light again. There's the topping for our salmon. I'm going to put that up the side there, and here you can just have a little look-see. There's our mushroom and white bean concoction coming along nicely. Beans are ready to go. Oven is on. We're just going to let these cook down a little bit. I have the cedar plank. Got those at Fred Meyer. This is kind of a nice one. It's like the perfect size. Some of the other ones are just a little too big if you're only cooking for 2 people. So that's been soaking in the water for, I don't know, hour, maybe 2. Maybe 2.5 since we got back. So there we go. That's ready. These are going. That's done. That's that. I've got my pan right here for the polenta. And I think we're good for right now. Give me another 10, 15 minutes or so, and I'll be back with what's happening next. Pay attention. Open the door, let me in. Okay, so our bean and mushroom deal is almost done. I already pulled out the thyme and the oregano stems. I've got the pan slowly heating up for that polenta. I have the salmon right here, salt and pepper. I'm going to hit it with a little teeny bit of olive oil, not too much. Beans are in there, green beans. I'm not sure. Sometimes we get in the weird green bean off season where they're not really tasty. So we're going to go out here. There's not much light outside, and it's very, very dark and cold and damp. This is a very, very small barbecue, but we'll see how this works. Let it heat up. There we go. We're going to put that cedar plank on there. That's that oil is sizzling. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to check it in about 5 minutes. I'll see how well it's getting some good smoke on there. I think there we are for right now. We'll be back. Thank you for joining us here in the Wicker Bar and making dinner once again for my lovely wife, Raelle. We have some leftover salmon for Dexter the dog. He's over here. We had a treat. Billy the cat is somewhere else, and we are in our remote location. Thank you very much. And I have a little bit of Italian parsley that I'm going to chop and throw in those beans at the very end. And I don't know that we have a very, very fine microplane, but if we did, I'd microplane a little bit of lemon zest in those beans as well. Just kind of brighten them up, make them a little tasty. We'll be back. Just hang on another 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes or so, and we're going to finish this dinner up. Oh, okay, here we are. Yeah, god damn, it's so cold outside in that barbecue. It's like either you're doing the cedar plank and the thing just like flames up and it's done like that, or it takes forever. That is taking forever. So there's the beans are done. I threw the parsley in there, and I forgot that we had purchased a deluxe and a real actual microplane, which even works better than the one that we have at home. So I threw some parsley and some lemon zest in there, and we brought some spinach, and I didn't really have anything else to do, so I did some spinach because the green beans are going to be, I can kind of tell they're smelling a little on the woody side. So here is the polenta cakes, because we made polenta when we had our friends Arnie and Jody over on Tuesday night. So there is the polenta cakes. The salmon is there. I'm thinking at least another, God, it's been on there for like a half hour already, and the plank is barely even smoking. I'm thinking at least another 10 minutes. Oh, and here's our, once again, in case you've forgotten, in the past 8 minutes of this video program here that we have for you this evening. That's our tomato, yellow red tomato, a little chiffonade of basil, some sherry vinegar, and some salt and pepper. There we go. It's about 7 o'clock-ish, West Coast time. We're here on the beautiful Hood Canal. Lovely space that we have access to, and we're very, very happy to be here. Thank you very much for joining us here at the Wicker Bar. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, share with your friends. I know I've already said that like 9 times, and this is like a two-minute video program, but yeah, we'll be back in about 10 or 15. Okay, here we go. There's our cedar plank salmon. And Dexter just peed on his bed because he's such a weird little dog. All right. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get this to getting. So there is our cedar plank salmon. I mean, actually, I suppose maybe it was salmon or was steelhead. There are our fried polenta cakes. There's those beans. Beans, mushrooms, very, very good. And there is our spinach. And the green beans. Whatever. I made them. I don't think they're going to be very tasty. And then we have our little tomato topping to go up over that salmon there. There's the dinner that I cooked for Raelle and myself this evening. Thank you very much for joining us here at the Wicker Bar. Tomorrow's Saturday. We've got something else planned. We're just gonna get back to our business. It's about, it took a long time, about 7:20 West Coast time here in the United States of America. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Thank you for joining us here at the Wicker Bar remote location. We'll be talking later. Goodbye.